All right, this is my giant map of Normandy. I've had this for years, and it's just kind of guiding us. And Paris is way down here. It's off the map. Where's my finger? So we're going to come up from Paris, and Giverny is down in here. So it's not far from Paris, and that's the eastern part of Normandy. I'd have to look specifically for where it is, because I don't have my glasses on. I can't really see everything that great, but anyway, the main stuff. There's a bend in the Seine River up here, which is Rouen, which is the eastern. You can see the kind of the river bending around, and that's a lot of cities. London's built like that. They're all built around river bends, and so Rouen is one of the Harry Potter towns. It's where we're going to go to La Couronne. It's where Joan of Arc was burnt to the stake, and it's a really cool city, and so you'll kind of dig that. That's Rouen. So we're going to leave Rouen, and we're going to travel all the way over here. It's, I don't know, 45, 50 miles. And we're going to come into Caen. So just to see, so you see where we are, that's the English Channel. England would be up there. As you can see, I've had this map a long time. And this is the invasion beaches. We'll get more on that in a minute. But we're going to leave Rouen, and we're going to drive west. And we're going to end up, we could go to, I don't know if we're going to Le Havre. We might stop at Honfleur. Honfleur is a cool little colorful coastal town. But I don't know if we'll have time, but we'll see. And we're going to stop in Caen. Now, Caen was destroyed after D-Day. So it's kind of a modern, it's not really a cool city, but there's an old cathedral there. And in Caen is buried William the Conqueror, who, of course, only two people successfully crossed the English Channel as warriors. One is William the Conqueror, and the other is Ike the Liberator. And we love Ike. So Caen is inside the Yonne River, which is the eastern end of the invasion beaches, and these are the British sectors. So the Americans handled the west, the British handled the east, and so when we leave Caen, we're going to stop in and probably see William the Conqueror's grave, and just drive up here a tiny little bit. We're going to come to, in here, is a famous landmark, one of the most amazing landmarks of D-Day, Pegasus Bridge, and that's where British commandos crash-landed gliders. It jumped out. It was Major John Howard and the Ox and Bucks Brigade of the 6th Airborne of the British Airborne, and James ran out like superheroes out of these gliders, guns a-blazing, and took overcame the German garrison over the Yonne River at what's become known as Pegasus Bridge, because Pegasus is not what it was called. Pegasus is the symbol of the 6th Airborne, so it's now known globally as Pegasus Bridge. And we're going to learn all about that. And there were two bridges, one over the Yonne River, one over the canal that parallels it. And when they captured the two bridges, the code word was ham and jam. So you're going to learn all about that. So from there, Ouistreham is kind of a casino honky-tonk town, and it played a big role. French commandos actually took that. And but we're going to learn about that when we go there. And we're going to drive all along. We're going to be familiar with the D514, and these are all British. This is all Sword Beach. See, there's Utah, Omaha, Gold, Juno, Sword, Gold, British, Juno, Canadian, like the Juno Awards, music awards in Canada. Juno, Canadian. That's how you remember it. Juno, and then Sword, Gold, British, Juno, Canadian, Sword, British. So there's some cool landmarks all along here. We're going to drive all the way along the D514. You see all this stuff. I know this cidery that's kind of like a bed and breakfast. There's all kinds of cool gun batteries. Here's like there's German gun batteries here and stuff. And we are going to end up in Bayeux. Now Bayeux is another Harry Potter town. It's going to be the center of our stay. And Bayeux is British Canadian beaches here, American beaches here. So Omaha is right here, Gold is right here, Bayeux is in the middle. And there's some cool stuff we're going to see here, including Armagh-le-Bon, which is one of the bigger. There's no big towns at all, nothing. Very rural along Omaha and Utah Beach, but we'll talk about that later. Bayeux is the only city of any kind. So we're going to see Port and Besson, and the American Cemetery right here, Colville-sur-Mer. Here it is, Colville-sur-Mer, and we're going to see that. And if you saw Saving Private Ryan, you know they came in on Dog Green Beach. This is Dog Green Beach right here. As I say, I put in a German strong point. There was a whole German machine gun nest there, which is why I got fucking slaughtered in Saving Private Ryan. You see, that's kind of accurate. That's where Omaha was the only real deadly beach. People died at the other landing beaches, but Omaha, they call it Bloody Omaha, is where shit got really bad, and the Americans suffered the brunt of the losses on D-Day because of that. So, anyway, we're going to see Colville-sur-Mer. There's little museums. There's all kinds of cool stuff here. We're going to see all that. We talked about the cider maker. By the way, and Lenderskill, I just wrote about it. But we're going to go to, that's the cider maker is where, I just wrote about it. It's called Bernard Lebrecq. That's the name of the owner. There's no real name of it. It's just called Bernard Lebrecq. But it's in an old 12th century castle. It's not a big castle, but it's cool. And the cider maker is in there. Let's open a new restaurant. So we're going to see that. And that's pretty cool. But that's Omaha Beach. And here's the famous Pointe du Hoc, or in French, Pointe du Hoc. And that's like a big cliff that sticks out. You know, the rangers had to climb the cliff. And it doesn't look like much there, but we're going to stand on top of the cliff. Go down and see what the rangers saw. So that's going to be pretty cool. There's all kinds of cool stuff here. And that's Grand Camp Maisie. That's kind of a cool little town to sit out and sit on the beach and check stuff out. But that's Omaha Beach. We're going to spend most of our time probably on Omaha. Well, a lot of time, when we're in Bayeux. So, Bayeux, by the way, it's Bayeux Tapestry, all that stuff. So, keep going west. This is the Douve River. This is an estuary between the Cotentin Peninsula and kind of what they call Calvados. This area is Calvados. We really mostly invaded Calvados, which is the name of the local apple brandy, by the way. Like champagne, you make champagne and champagne, you make Calvados and Calvados. So anyway, so Carentan, if you watch Band of Brothers, episode 3 is Carentan. We had to take, so Utah Beach is up here. We had to take Carentan to link Utah and Omaha Beach. So that's why Carentan was a big deal. You can see why right there. So, but that's the estuary, and there's also the cheesemaker in here, and there's the Nice-sur-Mer. Hopefully we'll see that, the dairy. All the butter and cheese you'll see in Normandy is from this dairy. Anyway, so here is, now, what about the paratroopers? We talked about the British airborne. The American paratroopers didn't land in Omaha. They landed inside Utah Beach. So here's Utah Beach, where the amphibious forces came. And this is where all the American 82nd 101st Airborne landed. So you're wondering why. The airborne came in to capture the bridgeheads to keep away any resistance, kind of reinforcements for the Germans coming in. Same thing down on the British end. We had to capture these bridgeheads again to protect the flanks of the invasion. So that's what the airbornes did. And so anyway, Utah, there's a cool beach here and stuff, but the real cool stuff on the Cotentin and Utah Beach is all inland where the airborne landings were, including the famous St. Miraglisse. It's just magical to see this stuff. We're going to see the Iron Mike statue at Lafayette. I don't know where it is off the top of my head. It's right outside St. Miraglisse. But that was kind of the last scene in Saving Private Ryan at Ramel, which is an imaginary town, was kind of based on. Lafayette is just a bridge that we had to hold, that the airborne held against overwhelming numbers. But Ramel was kind of based on that in Saving Private Ryan. But there's no town there like there is in Saving Private Ryan. Anyway. So that's going to be the kind of the western end of the tour. That's basically it. There's all kinds of the gun batteries. Breakcourt Manor, famous from Band of Brothers, is right here. We're going to stay one night in Saint Marie de Mont, which is, I can't see it right. I can't really see it that well. But Saint Marie de Mont is a cute little town. We're staying one night right outside Saint Marie de Mont. So we're going to spend a night in Utah Beach, and it's really cool. It's beautiful country, and that's basically it. Those are the invasion beaches, all 5 of them. We're going to see all about 50 miles from Caen to St. Miraglisse. After that, we're going to head south down to down to Mont Saint Michel down here. And we are at the border of Brittany and Normandy. And there's often argument over who owns Mont Saint Michel, but it's Normandy now. Anyway, but that's it's south of the invasion beaches. And that's basically it. That is going to be our epic tour of the invasion beaches, and you'll know everything about it when we are done. A bientôt.